Welcome, you absolute legends. I am Full Fish, I'm Pete, and I will pre-warn you now, I am full of cold in the middle of summer. I was also planning to do this outside. The grey clouds have come over, so I was like, thanks for that, England. Cheers, appreciate that. But as always, I'm going to talk about my top cheapies list for summer 2025. These are absolute bangers. Some of them are better than others, and I've also recommend putting some ISOE and some boxing on a few of them because they'll perform a lot bit better. Just because they're cheap doesn't mean they are actually some bad performers. There's some really good ones in here. And what honourable mentions is always, but let's crack on to this list. There's a lot to get through, and I don't want to make it sound like a drowny old dad that's full of cold. So bear with me, I'll do my best. So let's crack on with the video. Right, first honourable mention came out in 2015. Now I don't know if it's been discontinued or not. This is from the world of Sean John, which is obviously P Diddy. This is 3 AM and I love this fragrance. Now watch this. Oh my god, it's fresh, it's sexy, it's got bergamot, orange, cardamom, it's got some leather notes in it, tonic water, fresh, vibrant, playful. I love this fragrance. However, the performance on this ain't great. It's about 3-4 hours and then it just parties out. I don't have a problem with replaying this one because it's a real cheap fragrance. It runs about 25 quid, but because it's such a lackluster performance, it's kind of putting honourable mentions. And at the moment, I keep struggling to find this at times, so I don't know whether or not it's been discontinued or not, unless I'm never out of stock. I don't know. But it smells great, it's lovely fragrance, but like I say, the performance is a bit on the weak side. This is the sort of thing I'd add unboxing into ISOE. I have done before, and then I get about 7 hours of performance. In which case, if you do that, this one, very much a great fragrance. So my first honourable mention is Jean 3 AM. Right, my other one that came out also in 2015, and this is called Azzaro Intense. This one, you could give it any from the Azzaro line, to be honest. Especially a chroma. It's fresh, it's clean, it's got bergamot, ginger, grapefruit, ozonic notes, it's fresh, it's got jasmine, woods, musks. It's one of those fragrances that you put on, you don't have to think about it. It just works for everyone. Now, again, I've put this one in here because I don't know whether or not this one's been discontinued. Occasionally I can find it, sometimes I can't. So I've kind of put in the realm of, I'm guessing it's more discontinued than it isn't. If it isn't being discontinued, then that's great news. Sometimes I know it sometimes goes out of stock occasionally. But do check this one out. Any from the chrome line, even Pure is a great one. If you go for the extreme, that's another great one. There's quite a few from the chrome line that I think really people should just take a notice of. But this one is the one that I really, really enjoy. Very, very fresh. A little touch of flaws in here. Great one to talk about. So my second honourable mention is Azzaro Chrome Intense. Right, this first one came out in 2018, and this one has been redone in 2022. So just be aware, this is the 2018 version. This is called Lacoste. This is Eau Fraiche. This is very, very easy to wear. This is lemon water. It's got limoncello, green notes, cedar, musk, and it smells absolutely fantastic. Now the 2022 version is slightly different. It'll look like this. So just make sure it's this one, because the 2022 version is very good as well. It's got more unboxing, it's a lot sweeter. I prefer this one. It's a little bit more aromatic. It's really nice, fresh, clean, and Lacoste makes great fragrances that are easy to wear, mass appealing, don't cost too much money. I mean, what more do you want? Now this one lasts about 6 hours off my skin, so it's not beast mode. If you wanted to put unboxing on here or ISOE, be my guest, it's not a problem. The cost of this one is a 50ml bottle. This only cost me like 22 quid. It's not expensive, dirt cheap, and you can just lather it on. It doesn't matter. It's a bit like Tommy Bahama's. They're not super strong, but this one works amazingly well. So do check this one out. My number 10. This is Lacoste Eau Fraiche 2018. Right, coming in number 9, we have a 90s banger. Not that. This is more of a 90s banger. But this one is Calvin Klein Escape. This one, no one really talks about anymore. And they should really, because it's fresh, it's clean, it's got bergamot, grapefruit, eucalyptus, melon up top, very clean. And then it's got notes of cypress, rosemary, and sage, which gives this lovely aromatics in the mid with some C notes. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then some ambers. And this one is quite a bit of a sleeper. This one runs about 25 quid for 100 mils. I see it down to 20 at some points. Do check this one out. Just because it's a Calvin Klein fragrance doesn't mean it's bad. If you like a sexy, fresh, aromatic fragrance, check this one out. Criminally underrated. And honestly, for the price you'll go for it, the performance on this is brilliant. It's about 7 to 8 hours of performance. Because they put so many other notes in it, obviously like the woods and all the herbalnesses in it, it just lasts a lot longer. And if you're over 25, I think you'll absolutely love this fragrance. Criminally underrated. Check it out. Dirt cheap, and it'll last really well. What more can you want from a cheap fragrance? So try it out. CK Escape. Right, as we're rocking into number 8, this one came out in 2012. This one is massively underrated. Obviously, there was another flank to this which is even more popular, which is called X. But this is called Halloween Man. Yeah, this is the original Eau de Toilette. And it's got notes of martini, which is obviously the drink, violet leaf, cinnamon, lavender, clean, fresh, orange blossom, vanilla amber, which is kind of why I like it, leather, and a bit of musk. This is kind of more a statement piece. It's not the sort of thing you wear on a very, very hot day. It's when it's like slightly cloudy, and especially in England, because you never know what you're going to get in England. You one day get sunny, the next day you're going to get rain. We don't know. This one is the stage where it's not so warm, but you still want to smell amazing. This one is a fantastic one for that. This one's about 25 quid for a 100ml bottle. Dirt cheap, but the performance on this is really good. Because it's got loads of leather and stuff. It performs about 8 hours of performance. So if it's a slightly dull, dreary day and you want something different, still mass appealing, smells great, musky, clean, and got some great notes in it, check out Halloween Man. It's just one of those phrases I just think everyone should have in their collection as something a little bit different. So do check this one out. Dirt cheap. This is Halloween Man Eau de Toilette. Okay, we're rolling in to number 7, I think, or 7, I think. And this one came out in 4 years ago. So this one more Karl Lagerfeld. Now, Karl Lagerfeld fragrances are dirt cheap and they smell great. This was a 50ml and it cost me about 15 quid. But it's beautiful, it's fresh, it's clean. It's got lavender, sage, it's got musk, orange, mint. Super nice musk and woods. This is the sort of fragrance you can wear anytime, any place, anywhere, and you're going to smell fantastic. Clean, sexy, and works amazing. People do not realise how good Karl Lagerfeld actually is as a brand. They do really good performance on skin. I think 6 to 7 hours of performance for a price you're paying for is absolutely insane. Like I say, 15 quid for this. It's not a lot, but if you get 7 hours of performance, you've got a day's worth of, and you only need about 4 or 5 sprays of this, and you are good to go for the whole day. Unless you really want to be noticed, you can go up to 10 if you feel like it. That's fine. I'd say anyone could pull this one off. It's not the sort of thing you go, oh, I'm just pigeonholing into that, the over 25s or the over 30s. No, I think everyone could pull this one off. It's brilliant fragrance. Really enjoy this one, especially in the mid and the dry down with the musks and the woods. Beautiful fragrance, so check out Karl Lagerfeld Hamburg, Alster. Right, this next one coming at number 6. This came out in 2017. This is another house that most people don't know about, and this is one from Original Penguin. This is Iconic Blend. This one is super clean, really easy to wear. But the woods in here is what makes it really nice. Bergamot and violet leaf, so that's fresh cucumber-ish notes there with a violet leaf. Geranium, some nutmeg, some angelica, but woods, sandalwood, and musk in the base. Give it some backbone and give it some body in here. I actually love the dry down on this. It's really nice. Now, performance-wise, it's not bad. It's a solid 7 hours of performance. So again, 20 quid, 7 hours performance. I'll take that any day of the week. It's the sort of thing that really works well. Perfect for the office. You cannot go wrong with this one. And it works for pretty much everyone, unless you don't like a woody, sexy fragrance. In which case, don't get this one. But I honestly think everyone should wear this one. For the price you're paying, it's great. So number 6 is a really easy one to pull out. This is Iconic Blend by Original Penguin. Right, coming into top 5 now, and this one came out in 2004. This is an old fragrance, but this works amazingly well in the summertime. It's got notes of coffee and woods. This is DKNY Be Delicious for Men. Now, I don't know if this has been discontinued or not, but do check this one out. It is really something a bit different. It's got apples, juniper, grapefruit, jasmine, bit of patchouli. So it's a little bit chocolatey, a little bit of like a coffee vibe with woods. Really unique fragrance. Now, performance on this is decent. Again, I get 7 hours of performance off my skin. This is the sort of fragrance I like to wear in the summer. Again, when it's a little bit more, slightly cooler, but you still want to make a statement. And this one does it for me really, really well. Now, this bottle cost me about 30 quid. So, and this is a 50ml bottle. Yeah, 50ml bottle. So, just be aware this might be discontinued now, because when I got it, it was like everywhere. But that was about 6 years ago. But this one is such a criminally underrated fragrance. If you like Halloween Man X, you'll love this fragrance. It's the similar sort of vibe of coffee in here, but it's done a slightly different way. Still got freshness with apple in here. Great fragrance. And I'd say if you're over 25 and you like a slightly gourmand fragrance, this one will definitely be for. But number 5 is a cracking little one. This is Be Delicious for Men by DKNY. Right, coming in at number 4. This one came out in 1996, and this one cost about 18 quid. This is Perellis 360 Blue. Now, this is slightly different packaging to the original one, but this is beautiful. It's got bergamot, it's got lemon, it's got lavender, rosemary, a little bit aromatic in the mid with some rosemary as well, and geranium, but it's got oak moss and vetiver and patchouli at the base. This one is a bit of a blockbuster. This one performs like 8 hours of performance off my skin. It is such a good, sexy, aromatic fragrance that people don't really talk about this one. They talk about 360 Bed, and that's a bit like Acqua di Gio with mineral spices in, which I get that. This is like Acqua di Gio with steroids and more aromatic. It's a more aromatic version of Acqua di Gio. That's the way I would call this one. Great one if you're over 25 and you like your aromatic fragrances with some herbal notes in it. This one will do you absolutely proud. So, decent performer, works for over 25. Wear this when you like, I don't care, because it's one of those things I love to wear, maybe even on a day off on a Sunday. Check out Perellis 360 Blue. Well, as we roll them into the top 3, this one came out in 2018, and this one again is about 30 quid. This is Bentley Momentum Unlimited. This is a great fragrance, and the reason I like this one the most is because it's got unboxing in it, and it performs ridiculously well. Real clean freshness up top. So cardamom, grapefruit, apple. So what's not to love about that one? Cedar, sandalwood, touch of vetiver, very classy fragrance. Musks and unboxing in here. It smells absolutely fantastic. I get this is another one I would actually wear for going out in, especially if it's a hot summer day, middle of June. Check this one out for if you want to go out and through a few bars or rest of it. You will get noticed with this one, seriously noticed. And it's like I say, no slouch in the performance. This is 8 to 9 hours of performance off my skin. What's not to? I mean, you can wear it during the day at the office, and I would say anyone could pull this one off. It's not too herbal, it's not too sweet either. It's a beautiful blend of how a good fragrance should be. Criminally underrated. Most people talk about Bentley for Men Intense, which obviously is great fragrance, but this one and the Momentum line has got some absolute thunderbolts. So this one, check this one out. This is Bentley for Men, Bentley Momentum Unlimited. Right, coming in at number 2, this is a new and cracking little fragrance. This came out in 2021, and Franck does amazing fragrances, and this is another one. This is pure addiction. This one, for me, is just so good. It's fresh, it's got some notes of saffron, orange, some florals with some jasmine in here, moss, white cedar, praline. It smells sweet, sexy, and addictive. This one is a massive compliment machine. I kid you not. I was surprised how many people love this fragrance. I didn't expect any of it, to be honest. But when I did get the compliments, I really don't mind them. This one I've worn 4 or 5 times, and every single time it's guaranteed compliments. So that one is great. This one's about 30 quid still at the moment, and performance wise it's solid 8 hours. I don't know what more you want. If you want mass appeal, sexy fragrance in a bottle for under 30 quid, please check this one out. Don't wear this to work, you might get into trouble. But anywhere else, do what you like. If you're going to a festival, you're going for a night out, check this one out. This is an amazing one for 2021. This is Franck Oliver, Pure Addiction. Right, my number one, and this one is just ridiculous. I kid you not. It has a similarity to a massively good fragrance. This is Missoni Wave Parfum. It came out in 2017, and this for me is just stunning. It's again another massive compliment get. It's grapefruit, lemon, lavender. It's clean, fresh, sexy. Ginger and apple in the mid, and in the base some sandalwood, musk, oak, and a little touch of birch, which gives it a slight smokiness to it, rather than incense, which is like Bleu de Chanel. It kind of gives you a vibe of Bleu de Chanel, the EDP version for me. This one is about 30-35 quid, so this is probably the top end of where I'd say that's a cut-off point. But I don't care. It smells amazing. It gets the compliments. Wear this however old you are. And if you don't want to pony up for a Chanel, which I do understand because they are not cheap, they're about 100 quid for a Bleu de Chanel. I get it. Check this one out instead. It's so close to it. It's ridiculous. Now, it's not a one-to-one clone. That's the only thing. It kind of does a selling little thing with a little twist, but it's very similar in the way it works. So for number one, performance, compliments, and it's cost a decent amount of not too much money, check out Missoni Wave Parfum. Right, so there you have it. My summer cheapies list, and I'm sorry I've sounded really bad because I'm full of cold, and I do apologise for it. But now, as always, in terms of what I'm rocking in scent of the day. Right, my scent of the day, and this came out a couple of years ago. I've only just sprayed it, so I haven't put my cap back on. But this is Louis Vuitton, this is Pacific Chill, and this is gorgeous. It's fresh, it's got notes of citrus, mint, orange, lemon, freshness, black currant, which is the note that's really unusual in here. But I really like a little touch of rose. It's also a buzz in here, fig in here, which is again slightly unusual, and Brett, and some dates. Really enjoy this one. Criminally, I don't think people love it as much as Imagination. I think Imagination is a bit more known than this one, but do not sleep on this one. It's a great number. Not cheap though. This is about 170 quid. So don't blind buy this, because unless you know what you're doing. I mean, I suppose you could buy it, but I just think just maybe sample this one first, because it's not 100%. I think Imagination is a little bit more easy to pull off, but even this isn't that hard. But a great one for my scent of the day. As always, let me know in the comments what your scent of the day is. Mine is Pacific Chill by Louis Vuitton. Right, so there you have it, my cheapies list for the summer 2025. Now again, I apologise for being full of cold. I don't mean to be, but I've still got to send out these amazing videos for you guys, so you can get some amazing fragrances. As always, I'm on TikTok and Instagram at Full with Fragrances. 80% of you haven't subscribed yet, so hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers. I want to do a giveaway to someone and make their day. As always, if you want a top 10 list, a friends review, or a question, hit me up in the comments. And as always, you absolute legends, smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and